I do audio, I do video, I do photo, I color all of my stuff, I edit all of my stuff. One thing that I know a lot of people have a lot of trouble with is coloring. Now, how have I gotten my videos to a point where the colors are one of the things that is the most complimented, but I'm not necessarily a colorist. Before I go any further, I'm not promoting anything. I'm not selling you LUTs. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just trying to give you a tip to make you better and make you move forward as a creator faster than some others. And with this, it might help you. So into Premiere, and we have 3 clips imported, 3 different kinds of clips. We have the Kid Laroi from Lollapalooza, we have a Grease clip, and then we have a clip from the volleyball event that I shot. These 3 clips will require 3 different kinds of coloring. Am I gonna dive into how to color all 3? No, but I'm gonna tell you how you can get them all to a good point while shooting in log. I think a reason that a lot of people stray away from shooting in log is because they don't know how to color. Using LUTs has allowed me to shoot in log, get the colors to the point that I want them to be, and have a great quality of product at the end of the day. Don't be afraid to shoot in log. Now let's dive into the Grease one to start. This Grease clip right here, I'm gonna grab it in, grab it out, just roughly, take it on into my timeline, and now we are going to click F just to make it the same frame size, whatever. So we have it in our timeline now, and we're gonna go to Lumetri Color. If you don't know where that is, it's in this top right corner. You click on that, this is where you'll make your color adjustments. You can make your exposure up, down, all right, you know how that works. Contrast. Now typically, if you don't know how to color log, you'll kind of just make these basic corrections to make it contrasted, make it a little more saturated, and then call it quits. So you could just add a little bit of saturation, add a little bit of contrast, maybe mess with your exposure. I mean, drop the highlights, drop the shadows, bring the whites up, drop the blacks, and then it's a good enough point that it doesn't look ridiculous. This is actually a reason why I like shooting in C-Log 1 instead of C-Log 3 on my R5. C-Log 3 is way too flat. I'm not that good of a colorist, so I don't shoot in it. C-Log 1 still gives me that good dynamic range, and it's just what I have figured out works better for me. Don't necessarily shoot in C-Log 3 because that's what everybody else is saying to shoot in. If that's what works good for you, we'll do it. If you don't even want to shoot in log, we'll do that. It's all about your workflow and what you can get the best quality from. We're going to go ahead, we're going to delete all of our coloring that we just did there, and we're going to go into this Creative tab. Now this Creative tab has this section saying Look. If you ever used LUTs before, this is where you put them in. Click on where it says None, you'll get this drop down, and then click Browse. This will then take you into, your Finder, your files, and go to wherever your LUTs are. The LUT bundle is what I use a lot, and that's where all of the creators about a year and a half ago kind of assembled together to sell their LUTs together. I bought it and I really, really like it. This is why I said I'll probably get some hate because I'm using LUTs. But I know the ones that I like. I like these Emmett Sparling ones, and then I'm gonna go to Crisp just for this clip. Now you see right there, it gives it a look. As you use the LUTs that you decide to purchase, well, then you'll figure out which ones work better for you and which ones work better in different situations. So this one right here, it makes the blues very blue. You can change the intensity right here. I'm gonna keep the intensity pretty high and then really just go and just balance my whites, balance my shadows, get the different actual tones to where I want it to be so that the exposure is properly done. So right there, I mean, I'm good with that. That is what LUTs are meant to do. That is why people sell you LUTs, because they might be a better colorist than you. But using LUTs is gonna help you so much. Let's just go ahead, let's grab a different clip. I'm gonna grab this one from the Kid Laroi. Get my in, get my out, and obviously the conditions are very different in this clip than they were from that Grease clip. The lighting's totally different, the atmosphere is totally different, but I know since I've been doing this for a little while, I'm gonna go to the Creative tab, I'm gonna click on Look, click Browse, and then I'm gonna go back to the LUT bundle. I know that Morgan Oliver Allen's LUTs are really good, and I actually know that I really like 5 from his LUTs. So you see it's way too cold. You go ahead, you warm it up, you pop the exposure up a little bit, bring those shadows back, add some contrast, drop the whites, and you get to a good point. Now, if you're not a professional colorist, I don't think you should stray away from shooting log. That's what this was all about. don't be afraid to shoot in these different specs to get a better picture quality just because you don't know necessarily how to color it. Invest a little bit of money into buying some LUTs, and I think it will serve you well. Now, some LUTs that I know are good are Eric Floberg, this LUT bundle. So if you can find any of the creators in the LUT bundle, my favorites are Emmett Sparling, Morgan Oliver Allen, Matt Como. Those are the best ones that I use pretty much every single day. But find these different LUTs that work best for you and then make the adjustments that you need. You still might have to go in and find the correct ones. You might have to make adjustments to all of them. They're not meant to be an endpoint. But I think LUTs can help beginning editors immensely. I think that coloring is something that really holds people back. They might be great at shooting, but then whenever they put their video out, the colors look like they didn't even touch the colors. You want it to look professional, you want it to look like a film. So learn how to color, and if you don't learn how to color yet, use LUTs and use them to your advantage. They're there for a reason. People want to help you. So go ahead, use this tip, use LUTs in your next video, buy some LUTs. You can even find free ones online, and throw in a subscription while you're at it because I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.